Well, as a campaigning organisation for us at City to See, it was a really exciting awards for us to apply for. So actually over the years we've known Global Good for quite a long time. So it's lovely to be here tonight on the other side really as one of the presenters and speakers rather than one of the campaigning organisations. To actually be able to show the merit of that partnership beyond the impact that we're creating together and to be recognised for that is actually really important for partnership. So I think it's a good thing to apply from that point of view. As a campaigning organisation as well, it's really nice to feel some external validation for the work that you're doing. So that always feels good. And I think also it can add credibility to you as an organisation to say, yeah, we've been judged on this and they think we're the best in some categories, you know. I love the Global Good Awards. I'm super excited to be here again tonight.
There are so many organisations doing extraordinary things in the face of actually quite a frightening world where a lot isn't going right. And so awards like this are so powerful because they showcase the businesses who are really at the cutting edge of doing good and making a difference. And so first of all, earn yourself that much needed recognition for the great stuff you're doing. But more than that, it helps to inspire others to follow suit and learn from the great stuff that the winners are doing. So about the Global Good Awards as an event, well, I think it's so much more than the awards. Like one thing you'll notice as you walk around is every single detail here tonight has sustainability woven into it, from the community of change makers who are in the room to the performers on stage. So it's so considered, it's so thoughtful, and it's really just so inspiring.
And I think the thing I love about them is, in a way, it's positive news made flesh, if you like. It's a really inspiring set of examples of people who are doing good stuff rather than just complaining about the state of the world. I mean, I'm excited about all of them, but I think particularly the young people who've been winning awards, like, for example, the Canon Young Champions Award, and the kind of achievements which they've made at that age. I mean, it puts me to shame. I hadn't done anything by the time I was 16, let alone 21, So it's really, the risk of sounding incredibly cliched, young people are the future. And the fact they're grabbing that future with both hands, that's seriously inspiring about it. We're not impressed as judges by people who just talk about it. We want people to be actually demonstrably doing good stuff and being able to hold that up as an example that others should replicate. So if you are matching up to that kind of ambition, then entering Global Good Awards is a good way to actually make clear to the world just what you're doing.
Yeah, so this is our first time to the Global Good Awards and we're really excited because it's something completely different to anything we've done before. Eco-friendly, vegan food.
I run a company called Waste Not. We rescue surplus fruit and veg directly from farmers and it would otherwise go to waste. So it's all pre-harvest produce, so it doesn't have a route to market. At the moment, farmers grow over by a certain percentage that doesn't get used. We source that and we work with companies like the BMA who want to be doing the right thing. And we're really, really happy to be a part of the Global Good Awards because it means that we can get our message further out there. We can be a part of this vegan extravaganza, because obviously we're just fruit and vegetables, and be supportive of what Karen's trying to do with these amazing, amazing awards. It's really important because it's all about walking the walk. There's so much talking the talk out there and the greenwashing and saying what you should be doing. So it's really important that people put their money where their mouth is in terms of events like this, because it's all very well to say to do one thing, but if you can actually walk the walk and show how it's done, it puts so much more emphasis behind the importance of it and that it's actually doable.
B Corps are all about having a broader purpose that's not just profit, and prioritising those broader stakeholders as well as shareholders and profit. Yeah, so U Underwear, who won in the startup category, are one of the highest scoring B Corps globally and the highest scoring in the UK. And it's really great to see that such a small company can have such a large impact. And I know that the sponsor of that category, Toast Ale, are also a really active member of the B Corp community. And Octopus as well won, I can't remember which category they won in, but they're a really key member of our community as well. So we have companies of all sizes, so from small startups through to large multinationals. Anyone can be a B Corp. the Global Good Awards seem to be a really great way of recognising lots of different projects, and I think what I really liked about the ceremony was that all sorts of companies and organisations were winners, not just the kind of well-known brands. So it really shows that anyone can have a positive impact. One of our ultimate goals is to drive kind of economic systems change. So it's not just about continuing to certify B Corps, it's about really driving kind of a change in the way that the economy works, so that all businesses are more broadly accountable to their stakeholders rather than their shareholders. So ultimately, we believe that can be done by more companies becoming B Corps. But one of the things we're trying to do is engage more kind of larger businesses to become B Corps and welcome them into the community, because they obviously have a level of influence that could be really powerful if leveraged in the right way. So that's kind of where we're hoping it will go. And ultimately, we hope that businesses don't need to become B Corps. If it was kind of second nature for companies to act in a more responsible way, then the certification isn't really needed. So that's the ultimate goal.
I'm Eliska Sky, and I'm a photographer and a Canon ambassador. And today here I'm at the Global Good Awards and presenting my project Parasites, which is all inspired by United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So for me it's quite important to kind of use my photography, use my art to promote these topics, and I find it like another way for people to think about the sustainability and the nature, and it doesn't maybe help straight away, but I think it makes like a mind change.
So our involvement with the Global Good Awards is that we sponsored Company of the Year. We wanted to really help companies to tell their story, but to be telling it in a truthful way, to actually get through some of the accusations of greenwashing and get to the truth. Really show impact, show evidence of how they changed, some targets they may have set that may seem ambitious, but how they then set a strategy, a purpose, an objective, and rallied their people to achieve it. So we were looking for evidence, we were looking for impact, and we were looking for something that was going to be different, something that would make society better, their business better, and inevitably, in the end, lift the whole place for us all. So Company of the Year was a really hotly contested category. There were some incredible stories, but the winners were St James's Place, and it was really clear. They jumped off the page to start with the breadth of their impact and the way they'd actually set about their communities. And if you think about the impact of financial savings, of course, what they do, for a living, it affects us all throughout all our lives. And they were really clear on how they had set out to make that more responsible, to be more sustainable, and to really genuinely think about the impacts on the people they were helping. So when you come to this event, you see how good all the other companies were. It's quite an event to be Company of the Year as well. So it's great. As you can tell, that we've had a number of years of virtual events, hybrid events and what have you, and they're okay. We had to do what we had to do, of course, as a community and society, just to keep in touch with each other, but there's no substitute, of course, to being together, seeing people face to face. Those chance encounters are things you might not think about, the way in which you might catch a networking opportunity or somebody you didn't realise you knew. But I've just met people just now that I've actually spent the last 6 months talking to on Teams. Well, the reason to be involved, I think, in the Global Good Awards is that you get a chance to tell your story, to explain your impacts, to bring that to life, if you like, and it's really focused on evidence. We're really looking for what has changed as a result of your actions. So people make a lot of pledges, but they get a chance then to make those pledges come to life, show what's happened and what's changed. My highlight for the evening, and I say this as a dad of 2 daughters, is that 1 or 2 of the teams that went up on the team were all female. And what you see is female leaders changing the world for better at the Global Good Awards. So as a dad of 2 girls, I love that.